loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aysha if you're new here, and we are welcoming the 2021 energy. I'm not 100% sure if this is the first video that I'm uploading this year, but if it is, then I hope everyone is feeling a new energy this year, okay? Good vibes only, okay? Nothing less. I would say nothing more, but we would always love more good vibes, of course. Today's video, I'm really excited because it is my favorite topic. We are talking about skincare, and what's even more exciting is that, guys, this video is sponsored by Shoppers Drug Mart. Okay, for any Canadians watching this, y'all know how big of a deal this is because Shoppers, listen, my Shoppers Drug Mart love started from when I was young. I mean, that's like the first place I really got into beauty, I really got into skincare. Fun fact, I actually really wanted to work at Shoppers Drug Mart when I was like in high school / university. Unfortunately, I didn't get hired, but that's besides the point because I'm working with them now, so. I'm really excited to just basically chat about skincare, chat about my skincare goals, kind of, you know, an open and honest discussion about last year and how it was very tough for not only me, but a lot of people, but how I kind of used skincare and just self-care as a way to cope with basically anything that I was going with. Obviously not like, you know, 100% a coping mechanism, but skincare has always been that one thing for me that kind of just like grounds me every morning and night. And it's just 20 minutes. That is mine 100%. And I can just focus on, you know, treating myself and just making sure that I am number one, even if it is for that small sliver of the day. So I'm really excited that I got to work with Shoppers in this video and share all of that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I also did ask you guys on Instagram kind of what self-care / skincare questions you had, and y'all came through. I was so like happy with all the responses that I got, so I'm really excited to kind of get into that as well. It's just gonna be a very chill video. I need to be taken off this beat anyways, okay? But before we jump into the bulk of the video, I hope you guys are already subscribed, but if you are not, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. Listen, this year we are hitting big goals. 100% we're hitting 500K, 500,000. But, you know, besides that, maybe even more. I'm in the bathroom. Otherwise, I would say insha, and you know the rest. But yeah, big goals. So definitely make sure you're subscribed. Give this video a thumbs up if you are excited about 2021 like I am. It honestly can only go up from here. So 2020. I feel like that's gonna be a trigger word for the rest of our lives. It was a tough year, guys. It was a really tough year, not only, you know, because of the pandemic, but I feel like it was the year a lot of us just got tested, like in so many ways. And I feel like this past year was probably one of the most defining years of my entire life because I truly felt like I grew the most that I've ever grown in my entire life in this one year. You know, and it's really beautiful to be able to reflect and be thankful for all of the growth and the hardship that you experienced in a year because it allowed you to get to the place where you are today. And that's exactly how I kind of feel. But I won't lie and say that my mental health didn't take a tumble essentially in 2020. It 100% did. There was just a lot of emotions that I was dealing with for the first time, like anxiety and depression and just heartbreak and just so many things all at once that I have never experienced before. And there was definitely moments where I just had to find things that just is for me and that just makes me feel good and brings back a sort of normalcy in your day. And for me, that was skincare and self-care. And there were many days last year where I didn't even want to get out of bed. I was just in a really low place. But for whatever reason, skincare just brought me a lot of peace and serenity. I think it's just like when you get into a routine of something, whether it's, you know, skincare or having your cup of coffee every day or going on your walk every day. I feel like everyone has something that just kind of grounds you even for a moment. And like I mentioned a million times in this video, skincare was that for me. So I'm really thankful for that. And so for 2021, I'm 100% gonna continue that sort of like morning and night ritual of skincare, but I kind of wanted to take it a step up. I feel like kind of over the years as I was getting more into skincare and beauty and all of that kind of stuff, I was just getting very like confused on what products I wanted to use, what products worked best for me, and just like kind of overcomplicating things. But I think last year just kind of forced me to do what I needed, and that was kind of it. So I'm gonna be sharing, honestly, a very simple skincare routine using products from Shoppers Drug Mart. They have like such an amazing variety of products, both on, you know, the drugstore end, or they have some really exciting new brands that have come out. So I'm just gonna quickly show you guys what I personally picked up from Shoppers. And some of these products, I mean, I've used in my routine already, so you will be very familiar with them, but I wanted to talk about this new brand first called Versed. I actually was first introduced to Versed when I moved to LA, and I really fell in love with it. They're really affordable. I believe all of their products are under $20 or $25. I'm not 100% sure, but they're clean, they're cruelty-free, they're vegan, and they have really good ingredients. I'm really happy that they're new on Shoppers Drug Mart. I'm so excited to see this brand there because I feel like a lot of you really enjoy them. So I have two products here. The first one is their Day Dissolve Cleansing Balm, and it has eucalyptus oil and vitamin E. It looks like this, so of course I will be using this first to kind of remove my makeup. That's what it looks like inside. And then I also have their Just Breathe Clarifying Serum. So I obviously had a stressful last year. So I kind of started incorporating a lot more products to help with breakouts and stress-induced, you know, hormonal breakouts and all of that kind of stuff. And this is one that has really helped. It has willow bark extract and a zinc blend, whatever that means. But I'm gonna be using this guy as well. And I just love all the packaging and everything. I think they're just like such a cute brand. And then, okay, so I have two Estee Lauder products. The Advanced Night Repair line in general is honestly probably one of the best lines, I feel like. I've been using it for now going on like 4 years. I got their Advanced Night Repair Synchronized Multi-Recovery Complex. This is their just classic serum. Literally like more than halfway out of this. I don't think you guys can tell, but it's like down here. It's one of my favorites. And then this is actually, I have tried this in the past, but it's their Advanced Night Repair Eye Concentrate Matrix. They have the whole A&R line though, so they also have the one that comes in a little tub, and I feel like sometimes I prefer that a little bit more, but they're kind of very similar. I also picked up, well, this one I already had, but they do sell Philosophy at Shoppers as well. It's their Purity Made Simple one-step facial cleanser, and this does a really beautiful job at actually toning the skin as well. So you won't see me using a toner today because this kind of does everything that I need it to. And for the winter, I got a lot of questions I noticed on Instagram for dry skin, dry winter skin. This is a really great cleanser that doesn't dry out your skin. And then I picked up another one of my It Cosmetics Confidence in Your Beauty Sleep. This is my third bottle now. I just finished one before I moved, and yeah, I just got this one. So this is my favorite night cream, like hands down my favorite night creams. I just love the way this one smells. It like smells like lavender. And then I picked up a few newer products as well. Well, one in particular, but this is the Aven Hydrating Aqua Cream and Gel. So this is like a day moisturizer, so I'm not going to be using this in this video, but I don't know, I was just kind of interested because I've heard so many good things about Aven. So I also picked up some body care products, two in particular, because this is a huge skincare goal of mine. I feel like I am pretty good with my facial skincare, but I 1,000% always neglect my body. And that is not cool because your girl be itching, you know, dry winter skin gets all flaky and crusty, and it's just not cute. So I picked up this CeraVe moisturizing cream for normal to dry skin. I've heard nothing but amazing things about CeraVe, and this is great because it can also double as a face cream as well. And then I picked up also a new Nature in a Jar. This is the Nourishing In Shower Oil with hemp-derived cannabis sativa seed oil. And this is also by Purity, Philosophy, I keep calling it Purity. But this is what it looks like. And shower oils, I kind of discovered my love for them in 2020, and I'm definitely bringing it into 2021 because I feel like for a lazy girl like me that sometimes maybe doesn't lotion her body, okay, after getting out of the shower, this you just put on while you're in the shower before you actually get out, while your body is still wet. And by the time you get out and like dry off your body, your skin feels super moisturized. So, you know, you could get away with not wearing moisturizer, but the goal for me is to continue using both of them so my skin actually is nourished and looks good, and I use both of these together. That is my little Shoppers haul. I will link all the products below. They have some great online shopping as well. It's really easy to kind of pick and choose whatever products you want because they have like a whole beauty section and skincare, and they divide that into like exactly what you need. So, you know, since a lot of us are avoiding in-store shopping now and you can't really get help from their beauty specialists with which by the way, their beauty specialists are amazing. At least the online experience is really good, and then you don't even have to leave your house, so it's a win-win. Okay, I think it's finally time to get this skincare going. I'm gonna quickly switch to my designated skincare ninja hijab, and I will be right back. All right, let's begin. But the first question is, I have my phone over here, is what do you use to remove your makeup typically? And someone also asked 2 good cleansers for double cleansing. I always double cleanse, which if you don't know what double cleansing means, it like means removing your makeup or sunscreen or whatever with some sort of oil-based cleanser and then going in with a second cleanser to make sure your pores are really cleansed. So I'm gonna be using the Versed Day Dissolve Cleansing Balm, and this is what I prefer to remove my makeup with because it really makes sure that you get all of the makeup off. Because it's oil-based, it really breaks down all the product on your skin. I probably took way too much, but this is a really nice one. It is very affordable as well, and it's good ingredients, so you know whatever you're putting on your face isn't going to, you know, harm your skin or whatever it is. It also smells really good. It kind of smells like bubblegum. Bubblegum and eucalyptus. It's kind of a weird mix, but it takes off your makeup so quickly. It's literally one of the best cleansing balms out there. So my skin is nice and makeup free. I'm gonna go in with my second cleanser now, which is the Philosophy Purity. And while I do this, I'm actually going to answer another question because someone asked a really good one. Any tips for building or increasing self-love? And I feel like I had a really interesting self-love journey this year, or this past year. And I feel like what I noticed and kind of what I've learned through my therapy sessions and everything is that you truly just kind of have to tell yourself things. So even if you don't feel super confident or super beautiful in a moment, you have to tell yourself that you are. Because eventually, once you start constantly reminding yourself of your greatness, you'll start to believe that. If you're constantly feeling like you don't love yourself, or you don't find yourself beautiful, or you feel like you're not enough, eventually you're going to start believing yourself. Because if you are telling yourself that, that's when you're actually going to believe it. So I feel like that's like my best tip for increasing and building on self-love. It's just positive affirmations. Literally, like, it sounds very cheesy, but look yourself in the mirror and just tell yourself that you're great, that you're beautiful, that you're gonna have a good day, you're gonna love yourself unconditionally, and all of that kind of stuff. And, you know, eventually it will become a part of you. I feel like an area a lot of people neglect is always under the chin. Makeup does get under there, especially like bronzer and stuff, so I just like to go along my hairline, under the chin. Skin is looking squeaky clean, nice and clear, and it doesn't feel dry or stripped or anything because this kind of works as a toner as well. So I'm gonna go straight in to my serums, which is gonna be the Just Breathe Clarifying Serum by Versed. And someone actually asked, what skincare products do you use for breakouts? Someone else asked about hormonal acne and all that kind of stuff, and this is the product that I use for that. I really like it because it's nice and gentle. It is clean on the skin as well, so I know that it's not gonna, you know, really like irritate my skin and irritate the breakouts. So I like to just take a little bit of that serum and pat it into my skin. And I focus on areas that have more breakouts, like for example, right over here. And actually, while I'm on the topic of that, I got a lot. I feel like a good 50% of the questions were about hyperpigmentation and just products for hyperpigmentation. And I will say some of these products do really help with that. Like the Advanced Night Repair, for example, just kind of helps with your skin in general. But I feel like since I got so many questions about that, I'm gonna make an entire video on hyperpigmentation very soon. I tried a lot of different products in 2020 for that specifically. So I'm gonna kind of round up my favorites and just kind of share that in its own video. So I'm sorry, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, but just be patient and I will get to that because I know it's kind of like a hot topic for our community. So I think another huge reason as to why I just really enjoy my skincare routine is just the techniques that I use. So I really love to just pat in all the products in my face until it's literally fully absorbed. The act of just like patting and just like massaging, and honestly even like the sound, this sounds so weird, but the sound of my hands like slapping my cheeks is oddly satisfying to me. I don't know, it just brings me a lot of peace, so I love doing that. I just saw this question. Have you ever used pure coconut oil for your skin? Absolutely not. Coconut oil actually really clogs your pores, so I would suggest against it. I know it works for some people, but I'm just not about that. I just prefer to use my cleansing balms to take off my makeup and all that kind of stuff and use, you know, the rest of the products. Someone asked how to layer skincare, i.e. what order to use stuff. To the first half of the question though, how to layer skincare, I always use the products that are more potent directly onto my skin after cleansing. And then I always follow up with some sort of hydrating serum or something like that. So I'm going to go in with the Advanced Night Repair in our serum. So I like to do that because I find it just, you know, sometimes when you're using products for hyperpigmentation or for breakouts, they naturally kind of dry out the skin slightly. So going on top with some sort of like hyaluronic acid or a product like the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair just kind of makes sure that your skin is nice and balanced. So in terms of order, this is kind of the order that I follow. So if it's at night, I use my cleansing balm, then my cleanser. If I'm using a toner, I will do it right after my cleanser. And then I usually like to go in with my serums. Sometimes I do eye cream first, but usually I get too excited to like slap my face and put on my serum, and then I end up doing eye cream after. So those are kind of interchangeable. And then what else do I do next? Eye cream, and then I put on my moisturizer, and then that's kind of it. And then like a lip product. So in the morning, I don't use a cleanser unless I haven't cleansed the night before, which unfortunately sometimes happens. But I usually just wash my face with water. I will put on like a toner or just a hydrating serum, an eye cream, and then a moisturizer, and that's kind of it. So I usually only use 3 products in the morning and then an SPF on top. Always very important to put on SPFs. Shoppers Drug Mart has many different options. I got questions about like my favorite masks and stuff. I'm not a huge mask person. I don't know why, but like it kind of stresses me out, which sounds really weird, but I think that's the most important part about finding a self-care routine or a skincare routine that really suits you. I don't like, you know, having to put on a mask and then having to like wash my face after, and like the whole sink gets messy. I get like, you know, water running down my arms. It's just not an enjoyable experience for me. So sometimes I will use masks, you know, some certain Sundays if I'm taking a bath or whatever it is. But a lot of the times I just like the skincare products that I use, and that's it. So I'm gonna go in with eye cream. This is the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. And this one's cool. It has a little like applicator. So they say you do 3 swipes first, and then you bring it around town. And it just kind of helps get the product on. Very important that you use your ring finger. It's the softest finger, and applies the least amount of pressure so it'll avoid any wrinkles. Can you recommend an eye cream that works well for dark circles and is hydrating? So this is actually one that works for both. It really does help with kind of everything on your under eyes. So whether that's fine lines and wrinkles, dark spots, all that kind of stuff. I don't know what else would be, crow's feet, all that kind of stuff. This really helps, and so does the one that comes in the little pot. I'll have a photo of it over here. If you want some affordable options, Versed has a vitamin C eye cream or eye serum that's really good. I'm forgetting what it's called. I think it's called like Bright Eyes or something. I'll have it right over here so you guys can see it, but they sell that at Shoppers as well. So it is a little bit more affordable than this guy over here, but this has raving reviews for a reason. I love the A&R line just in general. Someone asked a question. They're like, sis, what's the tea on eye creams? Like, does it actually do something, or is it just a gimmick? I personally have been using an eye cream since I was 16 years old or 17 years old. And my eyes look great. So if that's any correlation, I mean, I'm only 25, so I feel like, you know, we'll see the real test in another like 20 years. But I am a firm believer, no pun intended. How can I build a good skincare routine without spending too much money? Skincare be expensive. And I totally agree on that. I feel like investing in certain aspects of skincare will make your money go a lot longer, if that makes sense. So I feel like places where you can go a little bit on the inexpensive side are like moisturizers, what else? Like cleansers, you don't really have to spend that much money on. I would say SPF as well. There's some really great drugstore options, but areas where I would spend the money is definitely on serums. So if you have a specific skincare need, I would say spend the money and invest in the serums and invest in maybe an eye serum or eye cream, and the rest you can kind of go a little bit more affordable, on the affordable end. So I feel like Versed is a really good brand that's kind of in the middle range, so I would check that out. But if not, there's tons of drugstore options as well. And that's what I love the most about Shoppers. Like, they have super expensive prestige, but then they also have drugstore options, so you can really just kind of get what you need out of your skincare routine. I'm gonna go into my moisturizer. Again, this is like my favorite night cream. It's the Confidence in Your Beauty Sleep by IT Cosmetics. It's like a really interesting formula. It's like kind of bouncy, as you can see. Like, as I put in my finger, it doesn't really move. But I like that because it really just sets into the skin and doesn't get all over your pillow, which is really nice. And it's just like, it smells like lavender, and this is just like the final step in my skincare routine where I'm just like, oh, I love the texture, I love the smell. So this is one of those products for me. It just melts into the skin. Ugh. And this is also a great product for the winter time. I feel like if you have really dry skin in the winter, maybe you live in a cooler climate, using thicker, you know, night creams and night moisturizers and stuff like this will really just help you wake up really refreshed. And I got some questions about facials as well, because obviously with social distancing and quarantine and all that kind of stuff, a lot of people haven't been able to get facials as often as they like. It's not as accessible anymore, so I feel like doing a facial routine on your own, literally just searching up how to do an at-home facial on YouTube and following those instructions, maybe investing in some pieces like a steamer or, you know, a facial roller or whatever they normally use, and do it yourself. Just, you know, treat yourself to those products and like just really enjoy doing it, maybe even just once a week, you know? I do want to just give this another shout out, the CeraVe moisturizing cream, because this is what I've been using on my body, and based on the texture, it kind of has like a thick, creamy texture. I feel like this would actually look or feel really nice on the face as well. So if you do have dry skin and are looking for a more affordable body cream or face cream, then check out the CeraVe one. CeraVe is like always dermatologist recommended, and just a lot of people really love it, and it's extremely affordable. So alright, so that is basically it for my skincare, but I do want to answer just a couple more questions because you guys had some really good ones. Someone asked, should I shake up my routine every now and then so that my skin doesn't get used to products? And I would say yes. Me personally, my skin does tend to get used to products, so a lot of times I will take like a month or two break in between like a serum and try something else and then go back to it. So I think it's important to try out different products. At least for me, it took me many years. I feel like now I can look at an ingredient and know whether or not it's gonna work for me. But back, you know, even just last year or a couple of years ago, last year as in like 2019 or like years before that, I was just trying a bunch of things to really see what I liked, and sometimes it went well, sometimes it didn't, but I think just like every 6 months or so, try out like one new product, kind of see what works for you. So I feel like, yeah, your skin can definitely get used to a routine. What do you do to avoid wrinkles? I'm only 23 and I feel like I'm aging. I feel you, girl. The best thing you can do right now that your future self will appreciate is preventative measures. So using products that are meant for wrinkles, that are meant for maybe more mature skin right now, or just using those ingredients, like for example, hyaluronic acid or squalene, or like all of those types of products that are really moisturizing and will really just like plump up your skin now, will only just help you prevent wrinkles in the future. So how do you manage work life, home, all the stress of adult life, and keeping up with skincare and self-care? Well, I can just say like skincare and self-care are things that are just like non-negotiables. Like I'm always gonna end off my day with my skincare slash self-care routine. So that's non-negotiable. As of the rest of the stress with life, it just comes with it. I don't think there's ever a way to kind of deal with it. And that was kind of one of my goals in therapy last year, is to deal with like uncertainty and stress of life. And then my therapist made a good point where it's like, trying to figure out how to deal with it is already a form of not being okay with uncertainty. You have to let go sometimes. You have to just let go and realize that that's just how it's going to be sometimes, and find coping mechanisms. So, you know, if I'm really stressed out, for example, I might take a self-care day and not look at my emails, not do any work, just sit, maybe watch a movie, do my skincare, eat some chocolate. And sometimes you just have to do that for yourself. So thank you so much to everyone who answered the questions, and thank you again to Shoppers Drug Mart for making this video possible and allowing me to share like my skincare goals and just honestly partner with you guys, because it's kind of like a Canadian's dream. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed just kind of chilling with me, doing my skincare with some of the products that I really, really love, and a couple new ones that I'm really excited to continue using. So yeah, thank you again to Shoppers Drug Mart for sponsoring today's video. And yeah, I guess I will see you in my next one, guys. Don't forget your skincare, okay? We are crushing our goals for 2021. Also, another goal. I'm staring at my water bottle right now that's been untouched all day. Sis needs to get better at drinking water, but we're gonna get on that for 2021. So subscribe to my channel if you're new, guys. I love you so much, and I will talk to you in tomorrow's video. Or tomorrow, what? Not tomorrow. In my next video. Bye, everyone.